Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to cover the new Battleworld Siege that's starting in just a few hours here, guys. As you can see, Sentry City, there's a lot of good information that can actually be previewed now in case you guys aren't aware, and that's why we wanted to cover this real quick, just because you can see it already as a snapshot. Obviously, we'll be progressing through the different difficulties and working our way top down. But yeah, it's great to see this actually finally being in-game, and I think the big question has been, how many Sentry shards are actually going to be available for everyone, and you can actually see this already. So remember, this is happening on a weekly basis, and it does look like we're going to be getting close to 50 shards if you're in the top 14,000 plus for tier 26. But regardless, if you're in this more median moderate range, it looks like we'll be at least averaging, I want to say 20, 25, 30 shards a week, in addition to antimatter and as well as isolate credits respectively to bring up some character shards, right? And remember, you do need about roughly 310 character shards to unlock Sentry here. So it doesn't look too bad, guys. Honestly, if you think about it, a full month you should be getting close to 150 to 200. So it's probably going to take most folks, I would say, guesstimate probably 2 to 2.5 months, which is on par what we've seen with Null. Obviously, when we saw Null, there was a bit of a lag because the game mode was released preemptively, and then they had to pause it, and then they did give us an official infusion back to what we missed out on. But yeah, really, really cool, guys. It's nice because, again, you can preview what's already available here. You can even take a look at, for instance, let's take the previewed states here of the different nodes. And it's finally good to just see that this is actually in-game as opposed to, obviously, the blog post. But yeah, Fantastic Four, MCU, Brimstone. That one's going to matter, guys, because as you can see right there, there is some Isolate Purple tied back. We see the Mystic, non-Mythic standard missions, Mutant non-Mythic, Villain non-Mythic, in addition to Quasar and Blastar, and then as well as a Chaos team getting featured. Remember, they said that this was going to be, I believe, the Insidious / Sinister Six team being part of that. So that's zone 1, right? And as you unlock each necessary zone, it's going to progress to the daily account here until you get to the very last day here, being usually the 4th or 5th day for Sentry, being in zone 4. So the cool thing is, again, you can preview all the required missions and characters already. Very, very similar, but they do switch it up in terms of some of the meta characters. Like, for example, this one, unlike zone 1, requires, a Cursed or a Hellfire Club. We do see that there's going to be Brimstone being utilized here again, if you have them, or Secret Warriors. So you can see they are trying to pivot folks to build up some of the most recent teams, because if you do that, you're going to be able to dabble in some more Isolate Purple, right? Similar thing with Zone 3. We have the similar sections here, but we do see that, interestingly enough, Blue Marvel already being slotted in as part of this bonus mission. So I feel like these bonus missions are more like those spec ops that we saw before, but they just don't want to label it like that, right? And as well as Undying or Brimstone once again. So Brimstone is going to be very important if you don't want to build some of the other alternative teams that you're not interested in. But let me show you here as well, guys. Remember, these specific missions are going to give you a little bit more of extra juice here for the Isolate Purple, in addition to other credits. But I do want to point out, it's possible that they could be including Purple 4 and Purple 5 here in the future as well. We'll see how popular this goes, how much they like it. But the difficulty now should be more ramped up, is the hope, especially given now a few months after the last one that they ran. So that's going to be something to look forward to. And in addition to that, obviously, we have Sentry be the big bad here. In this case, he's actually a good character, unlike Null, with him being a villain. This is a heroic character that we're actually unlocking. So I do like that pivot and that situation where they are switching between the different domains, which is really, really cool. But yeah, in case you guys are wondering, that's how it's kind of situated now in the game. We can see the leaderboard, we can see the shards available, and obviously we want to be working our way as high as you can, because that's going to give you some more extra victory points, which allows you to climb higher and obviously getting more shards of Sentry there. So difficulty 6 looks like it's gonna be the highest. I forget if the blog said we can jump to it right away, or do we have to work our way top? Obviously progress through each version of this. I think we can do that, though. I think we can skip it, because this would suggest that there's gonna be 6 different times that we get it ramped up, and I don't think that's the case. That would be quite inefficient, especially given all the players being engaged there. So there you guys have it. Starting in a few hours, we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it's gonna be better received than the first one, but very exciting, because obviously Sentry is a very, very powerful addition to Marvel Strike Force, and I'm definitely pumped to see him in the game finally. Thank you for your time as always, guys. Do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.